Hey guys, it's Mckinsey. Welcome back to my channel. So today we have a ship with me video. Today we are shipping out my weekend sales. It is Monday. I had a total of $763 in weekend sales and I sold 28 items. So my average sale price came out to $27.25, which I'm very happy with. That's right on target with what I aim for. And so let's go ahead and get into it. I did have one sale over in my men's closet, and then the rest will be from my women's. So this was a two-piece bundle. The first is this Prana size extra large men's burnt orange button-up short sleeve shirt. Prana is a great brand. It sells well for me in both women's and men's clothing. This shirt looked like it had little to no signs of wear, and it is 100% organic cotton, which a lot of people look for. So I was happy to pick this up at the Goodwill outlet. I want to say probably like a year and a half ago. I have had this for a while now. Same for this, the second and last piece in the bundle. This is Columbia, also size extra large, fish novelty printed button-up shirt. This is also cotton. Just a nice lightweight shirt for summertime. And yeah, 100% cotton. It's breathable, nice, definitely screams warmer weather. Could wear this to the beach or really anywhere. And yeah, so the two items, where's my, put my labels back here so that they wouldn't fall off. But these sold in a bundle for full price, a full price bundle sale, which is my absolute favorite thing ever, of $60. The Prana was listed at $35, the orange shirt, and then the Columbia fish shirt I had listed at $25, and so together that was $60. Making my earnings $48, and I paid around $4 for both shirts. So my profit was $44 on this bundle. So very happy with that. I have been mentioning to you guys several times that this is the trend with my men's closet. Items tend to sit. The Columbia shirt also sat for, I would say, over a year. But then they do end up selling for full price or close to full price, which I'm very happy with. I don't have a bundle discount in my men's closet like I do in my women's, and I also don't send out offers to likers just because it's kind of a hassle to... I have to keep my... Because they're two separate Poshmark closets, my men's and women's, I have to keep my men's open in an incognito Google Chrome tab so that I can stay logged into both simultaneously. And in order for me to use my PosherVA on my men's closet, I have to log out of my women's closet on my regular Google Chrome tab or window and log into my men's and then start the share button. But instead I just share it manually because I only have I'd say 50 listings in there, so it's really not a big deal to share it manually. And I have found that if I wait it out, items tend to sell for full price. So I honestly just list it and forget it in my men's closet. And whenever something sells, it's just, you know, a bonus for that month. So did I mention my profit on that bundle is $44? So very happy with that. Excited for whenever my next sale pops up in my men's closet. The username for that is Mr_Poshman. That's the username. Okay, now switching over to women's. Our first piece is this Diane von Furstenberg 100% silk short sleeve wrap dress. This is what the DVF brand is known for, the wrap dress. I believe she invented it. And so yeah, this style and cut is always going to sell best. This one I picked up at the Family Thrift Center outlet maybe like 3 to 4 months ago. And I didn't notice at the store that it did have some very slight discoloration under the arms. Very minimal, really not noticeable at all. There was no odor or anything like that. It's still in really excellent condition. I think it's just because silk is such a delicate material, it shows wear so easily. But I did photo it and disclose it. I do think that is why this dress has sat for a little bit. I had it listed at $40 and received a $28 offer, which I did accept. I was happy to move this out. Anytime that anything has any kind of a flaw or I have to note any kind of damage or wear, I do usually expect the item to sit and then have to take, you know, a little bit of a lower offer, but that's totally fine. It still sold well. My earnings were $22.40 and my profit was right around $20 on this dress. So very happy to get this sold. And honestly, even if I had noticed the discoloration at the store, I would have still gotten it just because, like I said, that is the most popular cut of clothing from DVF. It was 100% silk, very high quality, nice neutral print, and otherwise in excellent condition. Okay, next up we have a pair of pants, and these are from J. Jill, the Love Linen line, which again, the Love Linen line is something within the J. Jill brand that sells particularly well. It's made up of natural materials, linen to be more specific, and just very high quality. These are a wide leg cropped elastic waist mustard yellow pant. So these have a lot going for them. Lots of sellable factors to these. The material, linen, the cut, the color is very trendy, very summer, and they were a plus size. I want to say they were like 2X or 3X. I forgot to look the size tag, but I've had these, I want to say maybe like 2.5 months. I listed them at $35. Someone sent me an offer of $20 and I did counter them back at $25. That was my rock bottom price for these. Again, I did have to note in the listing on these that they did have some very minor wear. Linen, if it's worn even, you know, a handful of times, sometimes the material just looks a little bit worn. They did not have any like noticeable pilling or anything like that. With that kind of condition, I do just go ahead and leave it behind. But there's like an in-between where you can just kind of tell that the garment has been worn a little bit. It's not brand new, essentially. And so I was happy with the buyer accepting my $25 counter. That made my earnings $20 and my profit $17.50 on these pants. So I hope they love them. They are really nice regardless of the minor wear. So cute for summer with like a chambray tank or even just a white tank and like a chambray overshirt. I've always really liked the look of chambray with mustard yellow for whatever reason. Okay, now we have a really fast sale. This sold same day it was listed. Zella size large, midi length, high-low dress. This is such a quintessential summer piece. It has zippered pockets, so you could wear this when you're traveling or running errands so that you can zip up your keys and cards and stuff. You don't have to carry a purse even, and your items stay secure. It's also made with the moisture sweat wicking material, so it's great for when you're out and about. Neutral color, good size, and also more substantial being a midi length. Zella is also a reputable brand. It is athletic wear sold through Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack. So when I picked this dress up at the bins originally, I was expecting to list it for around $28-ish, but when I was doing research on how much it retailed for, I saw that it was still available online from like Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack for around $20. That was the sale price. I think smaller sizes had sold out, but there were some large and extra larges still available for around that $20 mark. And so I listed mine at $22 and it sold full price. So that was good. That tells me that I priced it well. My earnings were $17.60 and my profit was around $16 on this dress. So we love a fast flip. That piece was so practical. I do love keeping an eye out for athletic wear dresses. Zella, Prana, Title IX, Athleta, Lululemon, all of those brands within the athletic dress category sell well for me. Even Old Navy Active dresses sell really well. Okay, now we have another very fast sale. This sold same day of being listed. It is a Free People sweatshirt. This is a very popular style of sweatshirt from Free People. It's the Camden sweatshirt, I want to say, in white. Very oversized, very slouchy. This style of piece from Free People has always sold so well for me. The very like oversized loungewear, almost borderline athleisure kind of stuff. You could throw this on over a sports bra after working out. I listed this at $50 just because it is such a popular piece from the brand. It is still selling full price on the Free People website as well. So I listed at $50. I was offered $40, which I did accept. Again, offered same day. So my earnings were $32 and my profit was $30 on this sweatshirt. So I'm definitely happy with that. I'm so happy to see it sell quickly. You all know I love a fast sale. Okay, next up, I think I am going to have to grab a box number 7 for this sale because it is a large, bulky item. This is a Lululemon pullover scuba hoodie with this Sherpa teddy texture to it. So I picked this up from the bins. Again, this was a same day sale, very fast. I was a little bit worried about it sitting because it does have custom embroidery on the front, but the embroidery says Yes Yoga. And so when I found it, I was thinking that that wouldn't really hold it back because Yes Yoga is just kind of like a fun embroidery versus being like some kind of obscure company, like someone's last name for a company or something like that. So yeah, I still picked it up. So happy I did. It sold same day. I listed it for $40. If it didn't have the embroidery, I probably would have listed closer to like 65-ish or 70, just because it is a very substantial piece, being a Sherpa textured hoodie. It's in excellent condition. It looks new otherwise. Well, I guess it looks new overall. The embroidery doesn't really change its condition. It's a size medium large. It has thumb holes, just a very popular style overall from Lululemon. I was going to say something else about it. It's a newer piece, a newer style. And I wasn't seeing a whole lot of these available online. So it's always nice when a piece is not super saturated. So yeah, this retailed for, I want to say like 150-ish. I listed at $40 and was offered 30 hours after listing, which I did counter to $34. And they did accept that counter, making my earnings $27.20. I paid about $3 for it at the bins because it does have some weight to it for sure. And so my profit was $24 on this jacket. So I'm definitely still happy with that. I am very happy that I decided to get it from the bins and find it a new home, and that also happy that someone was willing to overlook the embroidery, or maybe they're even happy about it because Yes Yoga is definitely kind of fun. Okay, now we have a new with tags piece. This is a Soma robe. Soma, I would say, is definitely a decent brand. People know it and like it. They have certain pajamas that people will search out. I think they have like cool nights. That's like a line of pajamas that Soma sells that people will search out because they're very, very soft, comfy. They keep you cool at night. And this is a New Tags silk cotton blend mixed print robe. I love this. I think it's so feminine and pretty. It has these wide kimono sleeves. I love the mixed matched prints, tongue twister there. And the natural materials really helps to elevate the quality of this piece. So all signs pointed to yes on picking this up when I found it at the Family Thrift Center outlet for $2.50. I would say I've had this maybe 2 months now. I had it listed at $45. Someone liked it, and so my PosherVA sent them out a $40 offer with discount ship. They did accept that, making my earnings $29.68 and my profit right around $27 on this robe. So, great sale. Hope the buyer loves it. It is such a pretty piece and new with tags. You can't beat it. Okay, moving right along, we have a full price sale here. This is by the brand Wonderly. It's new without tags. It still has the extra buttons attached. I received this in a mystery box from Courtney over at Magnolia Thrifts, and I thought it was so cute with the gauzy cotton. It's not super substantial of a piece, just being a boutique brand, Wonderly, but again, it was new without tags. It's a size extra large. This gauzy muslin cotton material has been really, really popular the past, like, I would honestly say for as long as I've been reselling. I think it's just a really nice, lightweight, breathable material that people really like, especially this time of year. So I did want to go ahead and list this for $25. It sold for full price, so my earnings were $20 and my profit was around $19 on this blouse. So could not have been happier with this sale. Again, I hope the buyer loves it. Really pretty shade of green. Okay, now we have a 3-item bundle. This is really fun. First off is this Fleetwood Mac sweatshirt in a size 2XL. Tie-dye sweatshirt with the Fleetwood Mac going down the sleeve. I want to say I just listed this. Was this in my most recent bins haul? I believe it was. So this sold within days of being listed, which we love. I was not really surprised about that. Graphic tees and band tees always fly out of my closet, especially if they are a good size and are really cute with like the tie-dye print or additional details to them. Second piece is also a band graphic. This is Pink Floyd, adorable, size 1X, 100% cotton. I really like that this has a tan base to it. As a neutral girl myself, I really like that it's like a neutral base but then a colorful graphic. And then third and last is this new Tags Talbot's size 1X, very lightweight, 100% cotton printed blouse top. This one I grabbed from the Family Thrift Center outlet maybe like a month and a half ago, perhaps. Possibly 2 months ago, but I don't think so. That sounds like too long. So definitely a relatively fast sale here. And the Pink Floyd, I've only had listed for a couple weeks. So yeah, very happy with how all of these items performed. When they were added together into a bundle, the bundle price came out to $73 and I was offered $65. I did accept that. My earnings were $52. I paid around $6 for everything, and so my profit was $46 on this bundle. I'm going to grab my box number 1092 here. I use this box for bundles that are just a little bit too bulky to go into my Tyvek envelope, and it does work out well. I do have all of my boxes and envelopes and shipping supplies linked in the description of this video if you are curious about anything that I use. Alrighty, moving right along, we have a top. I originally got this for myself at the bins. I thought it was really nice, very like natural and earthy. The brand is just P-Sill, P space C-I-L-L, size small. I had never heard of it. I do think it's just kind of like a mid-range boutique kind of brand, nothing to write home about, but the texture and weight to it, it definitely like has some weight to it. I probably paid, yeah, I said around $3 for this at the bins. It's 55% linen, 45% rayon, so breathable. I'm not sure why I ended up listing this versus keeping it, because it is a really nice piece. I'm looking at it now like, I should have worn it at least once or twice, but it's okay. I'm glad that it's going off to a new home where hopefully it will get lots of wear. But yeah, it's just a really nice like closet staple earthy top. I listed it at $30. Someone offered me $20, which I just went ahead and took, mainly because, you know, it is just a boutique brand. My earnings were $16 and my profit was around $13 on this. I don't think I would have gotten it with the intention to resell and not with the intention for me to keep, just because it is so heavy. With boutique items at the bins, I like to try to stick to lightweight pieces that I think will sell super quickly because they're so trendy. This one has sat now for maybe like 3 or 4 months after being listed, but I did recently relist this and it did sell very quickly after that. So still preaching the benefits of relisting. Highly recommend you guys relist. I do use PosherVA, where I relist 5 to 10 items per day with just a click of one button. I just go in and type that I want however many items I want relisted, and then I click start, and then PosherVA goes in and copies the photos and descriptions from the old listings into new listings, deletes the old ones, and then after the new listings go in, if someone likes those listings, PosherVA will send out a 10% discounted offer to them, and they usually sell really, really quickly. Or someone sees them on their newsfeed, like that top, and sends me an offer. So I do highly recommend PosherVA if you're not using an automated service in your business. It definitely does level up your business. That's when my business really took a turn, I would say, where I started seeing very consistent sales is when I got my PosherVA. I do have a discount code if you want to try it out. It's Mckinsey20. Okay, so now we have another bundle. This one is 2 items. This first piece did sell really quickly. They are closed, a pair of closed pants in a size 28. Yeah, really nice like khaki trouser pant. I guess it's more like a chino kind of thing. Yeah, but really nice. These are also a linen blend, which is great for this time of year. Excellent condition. I had never found this brand before closed when I saw it at the bin, so I was really excited. I knew it was a Bolo brand, and I'm happy to see it sell within just a few days of being listed. The second and last piece in the bundle, however, did take probably like 6 to 9 months to sell. Again, this was recently relisted. It's Eileen Fisher. So when the 2 of these were added together, the bundle price came out to $93 and I was offered $65. I did accept that, making my earnings $52. I paid around $4 for both pieces, and so my profit was $48 on this bundle. I'm thinking this will fit in an envelope. I try to use more envelopes than boxes just because they're less bulky, and they're also waterproof, which is an added advantage. And they're just easier to load into my IKEA bags when I'm running down to the post office, which I think I will do after I package up this next bundle sale. I'll take a break. Okay, so this is a 7-item bundle sale. So I'm going to pull up the picture of what sold, the pictures, so that I can reference while I'm packing. Grab yet another box number 7. I just have it lined with a piece of paper. Okay, so our first piece is Helmut Lang, this loose knit tank. It didn't have the brand tag at the collar when I found it at the bins, but I did search the RN number and it came up as Helmut Lang. I could also feel like there's a certain material that Helmut Lang is known for, and this definitely aligns with that. This was only listed for less than a week before it sold. Second piece is this New with Tags Intimately Free People low scoop back closet staple gray long sleeve, same kind of thing, sold very quickly within just a couple days. This is actually, a lot of this was one person's donation, so that's funny that it's all selling together because whoever donated it is going to someone who has similar style to them. This is another piece I found in the stack at the bins. This also sold within a couple days. The brand is Susa Musa, and it is New with Tags. This is a brand to add to your BOLO list. I had not heard of it when I found it, and I almost left it because it feels kind of like unsubstantial, but it is a good brand, very trendy, very popular. Okay, so that was our third piece. Fourth is this J. Crew super soft yarn, size medium, alpaca, wool alpaca blend. Yeah, merino wool alpaca blend, roll neck sweater. This I've had listed for maybe like, actually was this? I think this was, yeah, this was in the most recent bins haul as well. So this was this sold within a week as well. So that was number 4. 5 is this Free People dress. This is adorable. It has embroidery and some sequins. It ties. I've had this for maybe like 3 months now. So I have had this for a while, but I want to say it was recently relisted. Definitely a linen blend. Okay, so that is our 5th piece. 6th piece is this Blue Life branded dress. Really cute. High neck with this drop waist. I actually ordered this from ThredUp's online outlet so long ago. So it has sat for definitely over a year now, but it was once again recently relisted, and so it sold quickly after that. And then lastly, this Realization Par Winona cardigan, which this sold within a couple days, which I figured it would because this is a very sought after brand, Realization Par. And this was also in the stack of a raw donation that someone made at the Goodwill outlet. Add that in and add a piece of paper on top with a thank you sticker and then seal it up. Okay, so when all 7 items were added to a bundle, the bundle price came out to $259. That does already reflect my 15% off discount of 3 items or more in my closet. That's an automatic discount. And then the buyer offered $200. So I did accept that, mainly because some of the items have been sitting for a little bit. I did want to move out the Blue Life halter dress and the Free People embroidered dress. And so I was happy with $200. My earnings were $160. I did pay around $22 for everything. I paid up a little bit for the Blue Life dress because I did order it online from the ThredUp outlet. but most all other items were Goodwill outlet pieces. The Free People dress I did get at a regularly priced Goodwill store for $8. So yeah, my cost of goods for everything was $22, making my profit on this bundle $138. I am going to weigh it, even though I know for a fact it is not overweight, just because a lot of those pieces were lightweight, but never be too careful around here. 3 pounds. So yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm gonna run these down to the post office and then I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm back from the post office, so let's go ahead and finish out our sales for today. Next we have this Old Navy New Tag size 1X wrap dress in a midi length. I also got this in a mystery box from Courtney over at Magnolia Thrifts, and even though this is just Old Navy, I still did want to list it because it is a pretty substantial piece, being midi length, new tags, long sleeves, good size 1X, and yeah, it just had quite a bit going for it. So I listed at $22. Someone liked it, and so my PosherVA sent them out a $19 offer with discount ship. That was accepted, making my earnings $12.88, and my profit somewhere around $11 on this dress. So yeah, I already had this Old Navy dress, so I was happy to go ahead and get it listed. I knew that it would sell. I probably wouldn't pick this up at the bins just because it is kind of heavy. So I probably would pay like $3 to $4 for this, which just isn't worth it when my profit, or when my earnings were $12.88. But I will get, like this time of year, I will get lightweight Old Navy items at the bins, like a lightweight plus size athletic dress I would definitely grab, or a sports bra. The Old Navy Active line does sell really well for me. I have sold several other sports bras and they do move pretty quickly. Also, I'm trying to think what else. There's like very specific stuff from Old Navy that sells really well. Boho styles, midi, maxi length that are lightweight, again, at the bins. If I'm not finding a lot, I will supplement with Old Navy, Gap, that kind of thing. So this was 3 listings that sold together in a bundle, but these 2 little sets do have 2 items to them. So I had this listed in one listing. It's a crew cuts tank with a matching skirt actually. It does have these shorts underneath. And then this was a different listing, also crew cuts, top with the matching skirt. And everything is a size 6 to 7 because one person donated this and I just found it all. I have had so many offers on these sets. A lot of people have been offering like pretty low. I forget what I had them listed for. I think like $25 per set. And I always just countered because they have had a ton of traffic and activity on them. And so I knew that they would sell eventually, and they did end up selling full price in this bundle. This was a 3-item full price bundle sale. The last piece is this Denim & Company size US large seersucker button front tie waist shirt dress. This sold within just a few days of being listed, and then the 2 sets took a couple weeks. So all very fast sales here. We love to see it. Very summery. And yeah, I am glad that I held firm on the kids sets. I'm gonna wrap these separately. This brand, Denim & Company, is sold on QVC. I like to get QVC stuff if it's really cute and excellent condition, because I find that it does sell well for me. A lot of people know the brands and styles from QVC, but they don't want to pay the prices for it, so they turned to the secondhand market. And this had a lot going for it. The shirt dress cut of clothing sells exceptionally well for me, and seersucker is such a classic summertime material. So yeah, these crew cuts, this is the children's line within the J. Crew brand, and these were both from within the last couple years. So I don't pick up all kid stuff, but if I find newer matching sets that are in excellent condition, I will be getting them. These took me like no time at all to photo. I just flat laid them and took front and back pictures. Really easy. So I will add thank you stickers, trim this, and then grab my $10.95 box. This is for bulkier bundles. So yes, someone added the 3 to a bundle, and the price came out to $78, but again, I do have a 15% off automatic discount on 3 items or more in my closet, and so that automatically brought the price down to $66. So that's what the buyer paid, making my earnings $53. I paid around $5 for everything, and so my profit was $48 on this bundle. So really fun, nice, warmer weather bundle there. And now we are down to our last 2 pieces for today. First off is this pair of Citizens of Humanity shorts. These are really cute. They do have just a couple like light stains on the front, and I actually took these to Plato's Closet and they rejected them, which I'm glad that they did because they pay me around $4 per item, but these sold full price for $32, and so my earnings were $25.60. So I made, you know, over $20 extra than I would have if Plato's Closet took them from me. Citizens of Humanity is a great brand. I really only took these in because they did have the minor flaws to them, but then when they rejected them, I knew that I needed to just go ahead and list them and just take the time to disclose the flaws. So yeah, sold full price, $32. I've had them listed maybe like a month now, maybe 2 months. My earnings were $25.60 and my profit was $23.60. I have had these for a long time now. I just had them in a stack to remove the stains, but I never got around to it, so maybe the buyer can remove the stains. Okay, lastly for today is this Woman Within size 22W, 100% cotton, tiered, mixed floral printed maxi dress. This is so cute. I don't always pick up the brand Woman Within. Actually, I would say that I rarely do, but this had so much going for it, being a natural material, cotton, which is always popular in summertime, and always really fun mixed prints, more substantial piece being maxi length, plus size, excellent condition, fully lined, so well made. And yeah, actually Melinda brought this to me at the bins and asked if I wanted it. She's so sweet, and I love the style of it. Like I said, it had so much going for it, so I was super happy to pick this up. I listed it at $25. Someone liked it, and so once again, my PosherVA sent them out a $22 offer with discount ship. I do make a ton of my sales with PosherVA. The offer was accepted, making my earnings $15.28 and my profit around $13.28 on this dress. So once again, I hope the buyer loves it. This is such a pretty piece to wear out in the warmer weather for like a nice brunch, or really anything. You can wear this to church, just a day out. And with that, we are finished shipping out today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, please feel free to leave me a thumbs up, Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.